Yo, um, so people have been asking me about Legion quite a lot. Figured I'd make a video, basically showing you what talents Disc has got, what spells it's got, how strong I think it is, that kind of thing. Not taking into account what other classes have got, since I haven't looked at all them. Bear in mind I haven't done any PvP yet. I've just leveled a character to 106, which is the cap right now. So yeah, it's pretty much my first look at the game, um, which isn't terrible to be honest. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, they've gutted a lot of spells. As you can see, my bars are looking pretty bare. But I haven't got macros on there at all, and I've just not got a few things on there, so I haven't got my talents yet. So it looks worse than it is. But what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to go over the spells. Um, explain any changes, any new stuff, whatever. And then I'm going to go through the talents, and then once I quickly do the priest legendary quest line, I'll show you the legendary, or what is it, artifact weapon tree, which is mostly just buffs to various spells and stuff. The PvP tree I don't think is out yet, so once that comes out I'll probably do another video explaining that, just saying what I think is good and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, the spell is the same as before, just offensive dispel, removes one beneficial thing. Dominate Mind, same as before, except it says doesn't work against mechanical beings or players. Fortunately, you have a talent, I think, in the PvP tree that's going to make it usable on players. And there's actually another interesting talent, which I'll get to later for that. Fade, they've changed. It's no longer off global cooldown. Just down here. But it reduces all damage by 10% without the glyph. There's no glyphs anymore. So that's not a bad thing to use if you've got everything else on cooldown or whatever. But we'll see. Just cool 10% reduced damage, not bad. Leap of Faith, same as before. Nothing's changed with that. Levitate is Levitate, Master Spell. Same as before as well, I think. Mind Blast is back. And if you look down here, I've got a lot of haste, but it's base 1.5 second cast. 40 yard range, which is decent for a cast spell. And it does more damage than Smite, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but fair enough. I feel like they've forgotten to put a cooldown on it or something. I don't know. If not, then cool, but it's basically rendered Smite useless because it does more damage with less cast time, and it has the added effect of when you cast it on a target, that target's next 14k damage is absorbed, basically. It doesn't do anything, and you can stack it up. So it's kind of like Paladin Denounce, except it actually stops raw damage, which is actually really good. Like, picture the scene, you're nuking someone and you don't want to have to heal your teammate who's on like 40%, but he obviously is in trouble. And if you're mind blasting something and you've got atonement up, show you atonement real quick. Yeah, if you've got that up on your teammate and you're spamming mind blast, he's going to get healed and he's not going to take any damage either, so he's going to get picked back up and you're just going to get good pressure from it. So that's pretty cool. Quite like that mechanic. Mind vision, pain suppression is 5-minute cooldown on here. That seems like a lot since it's absolute dog shit. So I'm not really sure what that's about. But I guess it depends how the meta is and how the class works and all that stuff. I think there's a couple of talents to reduce it, but in the I think it's PvP tree or the artifact tree, I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Penance, now always channelable while moving. You don't need the glyph anymore. Say glyphs have gone. And it's not castable on players anymore without a talent, but it does obscene damage. Like, one bolt of penance is pretty much your smite damage. It's crazy. It does so much damage. Plea is a new thing. It's basically, I guess, if you want to have a little quick heal on someone and you want to get atonement on them, that's the one you use. If your shield's on cooldown, I suppose. It doesn't cost a lot of mana, but it doesn't heal for a lot either. Bear in mind, at 300k life, it's healing for about 15k. So yeah, you're not going to be able to keep people alive just spamming plea. It's not a saving grace or something. Power word barrier, same old. Don't like the spell. They haven't really done much to it. There's a couple of talents that interact with it, but just I'm not a fan of it in general. I think it's way too static, and they needed to do something else with it. But I'll come to that later. Powered Radiance is new. I think this is maybe to address the lack of AoE healing that Dusk has. It costs a lot of mana though, and it's quite a long cast time, and it doesn't heal for that much. So not sure about that. But we'll see. Like in the past, Disc has had shit like Divine Hymn and all that crazy stuff to pick people back up from a lot of AoE pressure, and I feel like this is just not going to be enough. But again, we'll see. Power Word Shield has changed. It now doesn't have the Weakened Soul component. Instead, it's just got a 6-second cooldown. So what that means is when you're playing with other priests, you're not going to gimp each other by covering each other's shields because of Weakened Soul. You'll now be able to shield the same target as somebody who already has a shield in it. They'll have 2 shields. So that's pretty cool. Not really from a PvP perspective, but maybe Battlegrounds or raiding or whatever. And yes, no, I don't consider Battlegrounds PvP. There is now 1 minute cooldown. Not sure I agree with that, because what they've now done, which is kind of sad, but they've put a talent here that reduces your fear back to 30-second cooldown. The sad thing being that they put in this really cool talent, Shining Force, and Dominate Mind as well, but I'll get to that later. I want to finish the spells first. So yeah, not really sure I agree with that. I think having anything to do with Fear on the Tree is just going to be cookie cutter, but we'll see. Purify is the same. There's a bunch of PvP talents that modify it, but they're not out yet. So again, I'll go over that later. Rapture is new, or rather, it's changed from what the old Rapture was. It now makes your shield not have a cooldown. So you can shield yourself.
What would you ask?
Shield yourself, shield yourself. Spam it as much as you want, which is cool if you're getting trained, but it's 1.5 minute cooldown. So you're going to be able to keep yourself alive pretty well with that, I'd say, if you're kiting as well. So that's good. Not hating that. I think that's quite a nice addition, especially since you can spam shields around your whole team, and just if you're in trouble, that's the thing to use. It's quite nice. Resurrection, yep, standard. Shackle Undead, standard. Shadowmend is new. In PvP combat, when you use that, it does quite a good amount of healing, not gonna lie. About 15%, something like that. Approaching 20. So when you're in combat, you do the initial heal, but you take like a bit of damage over time. For a while. It's not a lot. But you're gonna rot half of it away again. So it's like an emergency thing until you can heal people back up with other means, which is basically atonement. You have pretty much no other heals other than plea. unless you talent penance, but the healing of penance doesn't seem that good. Whether or not it will be needed remains to be seen. The thing I'm worried about is if you're dying and you get away and you want to kite the enemy and you're say you're pillar kiting a warrior or something and you manage to get away but you're on like 20%, you don't really have much in the way of picking yourself back up if that's your only heal, which is a bit worrying. Like, yeah, you can spam it a bit, but you're going to lose half your health again. You'll need to get atonement up on yourself and start damaging people again, and that just gives them an opportunity to get back on you. Like, he's just going to charge you and get back on you immediately. So I'm a bit iffy about the lack of any kind of raw healing, but we'll see. Maybe Disc is going to be played in as like a DPS, like a raw DPS, like a Shadow Priest or something with some off heals. Don't know, we'll see. I can imagine some kind of double healer or 1.5 healer setups with a warrior being played with it, and then you just off heal and spam damage the rest of the time. Feel like that might be pretty strong. As a solo healer, yeah, as I just said, the issue I think will come when you get trained. I think everyone's going to train disc priests, but we'll see. What have we got next? Shadow of Pain, standard. Shadow Fiend, standard. Smite is Smite. At the moment, Smite pretty much unusable because of Mind Blast just being better. It's Shadow School, so you can't get locked out. If you do get locked out, you Smite, I guess. Yeah. Atonement gets applied by Plea, Powered Shield, Shadow Mend, and to half an extent, Powered Radiance. And then when you do damage, half the damage is healing on the people with Atonement, which is a lot compared to how much it is now, since you damage for a lot more. Focus Will got buffed, but it's now only melee attacks, not all attacks. But yeah, 2 stacks is 30% damage reduction as before, but it's also 30% increased damage, which is more than before. It used to be 10. So that's nice if you're getting trained, I guess. You can try and give some damage back, not bad. Mastery is now changed. Instead of, I think it's just raw shield or whatever, it's I think it was raw shield and healing before. Now it's increases the healing transferred through atonement. So yeah, could be good. That might be the main stat, we'll see. Haste pretty good as well. For leveling, I'm going to use haste and crit. And Revelation, your Smite and Mind Blast casts have a 30% chance to reset the cooldown on your penance, which is pretty cool. It's quite a high percentage, and it resets quite a lot. Like 1 in 3 casts roughly resets your penance, and penance is just insane. Like every time you reset, you want to use it immediately. Because I'm playing from EU, and the alpha servers are on US. I've got a bit of delay, so it's kind of annoying. When you get the reset, because you spam casting, the global will start and it will take a little bit of time to register, so you'll lose some time, but overall it's going to be fine on you, I guess. So that's good. Alright, that's the spells. Now we got some talents. Assuming they haven't changed anything since I've last looked. Penitent makes your penance heal as well as do damage. So aka you can cast it on friendly targets, but it heals to fuck all on friendly targets. Like it's like 3 pleas about. But bear in mind that a Shadow Mend is like 40k. So it's like 1 Shadow Mend. And the issue is you lose this. This one not too good, it's going to break CC. Not a fan of that one. I think that's more of a PvE thing. But this one is insane. Like it increases the damage of your penance. Does it show on tooltip? No. But yeah, it adds another bolt, so it's just like 33% more damage on top of your old penance. And it's already your top damage ability by a long fucking way. So for me, that one is pretty huge. I guess there's going to be some comps where you need this, because because you don't have enough healing for atonement or whatever. But this for me is godly right now. And for leveling, obviously, you go for this one as well. And then we have Feather, Body and Soul, and Masochism. When you cast Shadow Mend on yourself, it deals no damage. Okay, my question earlier is answered. This is the one you want to use in PvP if you need to heal yourself up out of loss. The issue with that being that you lose your ability to kite. So that's kind of a double-edged blade. Not sure if I like that being on that tier actually, because it's like the reason you have this is because you need to heal yourself up, but you're not going to be able to get away and heal yourself up without these. So it's like you get away and it's like pointless because you can't heal yourself up anyway, or you just don't get away, but you can't heal yourself up because it's a melee training you like it. That feels a bit weird. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, where it's like you have to make a choice of which one you're going for, but it's a bit nonsensical in the fact that it's irrelevant if you get away if you can't heal yourself up, and it's irrelevant if you can heal yourself up if you can't get away. So, don't know. Gonna take that one for leveling. Um, yeah, that's a bit not really sure what they're doing with that. Um, but I like that this talent actually exists because it does address the issue I said about earlier. Right. What I was saying about mind control earlier is uh, this basically means that when you mind control a mob, it becomes your pet, which is cool for leveling. Um, for PvP, it's gonna DR with a load of shit like poly, sap, that kind of stuff. I don't know if the fact that it makes it your pet affects the DR in any way. I have no idea. I'd have to test that. Um, Otherwise, that's quite good for PvP. The sad thing being that again, you need to have a minute fear cooldown to be able to take this. Um, to be honest, being able to fear and then do that is pretty good. Assuming that it doesn't fuck with all the other DRs. If it fucks with all the other DRs, because you obviously play with mages and rogues quite a lot as a priest. If it's gonna fuck with all the other DRs, I guess it would fuck with trap as well. Then it's not great, but we'll see. And yeah, fear, 30-second cooldown with that one. Not much to explain there. I don't really like it being on the tree, but what are you gonna do? And then this is new. What I think they should have done with this is I think they should have put it on barrier, and they should have made barrier um, not run-inable, like make it a wall or whatever, the edge of the barrier, so it knocks them out, and then they can't run inside that barrier for 3 seconds or whatever. That way, it gives you a chance to heal up or do damage or whatever, and it makes barrier not so fucking terrible. Um, but they put it on a separate spell, and it's pretty much just the standard Ellie Shaman knock away on a priest, 1 minute cooldown, 3 seconds slow after it. Not really sure how far it knocks people away, but it's cool to have. Just I felt like they could have incorporated it into barrier in some way, um, instead of making it a separate spell. But not complaining. It's cool to have. Just it's going to be overshadowed by the fact that you need 30-second fear cooldown, so you pretty much can never take it. Maybe on blades it'd be good. Powered Solace. You don't have Holy Fire anymore. So taking this is kind of cool for some instant damage. Gives mana back as well, same as before. Um, Another thing to note, yeah, Holy Fire gone, and Shadow Mend doesn't break CC. So they've finally managed to remove Death from Priest, which is what they've been trying to do for 4 expansions now or something, but everyone's been continually going apeshit every time they try. I recommend everyone continues to go apeshit. They need to know that Blizzard is trying to remove Death and just destroy the Priest class just because they don't like it requiring skill. People need to go apeshit. They've been desperately trying to do it for, yeah, as I said, like 4 expansions, so don't let them. So yeah, for leveling, I'm going to take this one. This talent is just when your shield gets absorbed, you get 1% max mana. Pretty meh. And this one is Mindbender, same old. I used this for leveling before, but I feel like Mindbender might be better, so I'm going to give that a go. Bear in mind that when you Mindbender, you can't dominate mind something or it removes the Mindbender, and same in reverse. So they don't synergize together that great. But Mindbender does actually a shit ton more damage. So yeah, I might try this one and see how it goes, just because I want to try the spell out. Okay, 5-second increased duration on Atonement. That just means more time doing damage, less global spent on putting Atonement up. Power Infusion is standard. Twist of Fate is standard. Gonna go PI for leveling, I think, since it's healing, not damage. That procs this. In PvP, I'll probably go PI most of the time as well. Twist of Fate against Warlock teams. Think that will be really good with the new Atonement. It synergizes a lot better since you're going to have 20% more healing and damage. This one I think is a bit lackluster. Clarity of Will, good old dog shit. Not been changed, still dog shit, probably still the spellable, and it's now been added to the dog shit tier with the other dog shit talents. Divine Star is still dog shit, and now you can't even proc Surge of Light with it. And Halo is still dog shit. Purge the Wicked is cool. Sadly, it replaces Shadow of Pain, which is uncool. So what it is pretty much just a stronger Shadow of Pain that swaps to nearby enemies when you penance, which is kind of bad in terms of it's going to break CC. The damage increase isn't that much. If it didn't replace Shadow of Pain, it'd be amazing. It could be such a big damage boost. But sadly it does, and it's just got a cooldown, so I don't know. It's just meh. Grace seems really good. It's going to make your shields 30% stronger, which is big. And then when you need to do some emergency healing with Shadow Mend, Grace is going to be pretty powerful. And Shadow Covenant is pretty dog, I think. Draw on the power of Shadow to heal up to 5 injured enemies within 30 yards for 25k, but leaving a shell on them that absorbs the next 12k healing they receive within 10 seconds. So I feel that's pretty PvE oriented and not really that cool for PvP, especially when you have where is it? It's like this is applying Atonement as well. This isn't. And okay, yeah, this does just under half the amount for the same mana, but wait, does it replace it? Okay, so yeah, it replaces the Shadow Radiance. Yeah, so I don't even. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like that's not that good. Yeah, you need the AoE healing really badly, but like the shell that it leaves on them is just like why did they need to put that on there? I don't know. That's really weird. So yeah, there's I get that they're trying to add drawbacks to stuff, but a lot of other classes don't have that, so I'm not really sure why they're not like keeping the same standard for every class. But yeah, so that's the talents. Bit long-winded. I think I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. I'm gonna quickly do the legendary quest. Where is it? Artifact quests. So you can see that. If you don't care about that, you can probably just skip ahead, and I'll go through the artifact weaponry, which apparently works in PvP as well. Alright.
What will you require?
So yeah, the priest, the disc priest one seems. Let's drag this somewhere good. Yeah, the disc priest quest line seems pretty lazy as fuck. You'll see why. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. But yeah, I really need to make a macro for that. Hold on. Great, thanks. Does that not work anymore? Oh, doesn't make sense. Okay, we're good. Yeah, the just making this fixes. The Disc Priest quest line is like some of it's okay, but most of it's just flying around to different places, talking to people, and then doing an instance that we've already done like years ago. Just I don't know. I don't really get like what the point of it is, but yeah, I guess they've got to recycle old content. Just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to add. Multi-strike seems to be gone, which is beautiful. Could have told them that they needed to do that in the beta of the last expansion, but alas, we had a lovely expansion with multi-strike, the most fucking retarded stat ever. Versatility still in. Avoidance still in, but doesn't really affect PvP that much. Leech still in as well, again PvE. But yeah, versatility still in, I guess, in place of resilience. Not bad. I've switched the gear around on Alpha a little bit. Standard gear has got like mastery on and stuff, which you don't want for leveling since you don't need to really heal. You just want to do as much damage as you can.
Need help? Light bless you.
So this whole quest line will probably take, I reckon, just under half an hour. But we'll see. Let's put a stopwatch and we can time it.
What is it? This had better.
So we just gotta wait for
You
random
need
priest
something?
guy to talk, and then we get to choose
I
which
am forsaken.
legendary we want. Keep calling them legendaries, or artifacts, aren't they?
What now? Beware the living.
Alright, so we want this one. Give you a quick look at it. So casting holy spells has a chance to cause your staff to send a wave of healing to all targets with your atonement for a bunch, but it's not that much. But I guess it's going to scale with level, obviously. But it's going to be tough, I reckon, to have atonement on all targets. So we'll see. Maybe just shielding people randomly will be cool. But it's good AoE healing. Like, not complaining is always helpful to have a bit more AoE healing. I guess there's not going to be any other weapons other than the artifacts in this expansion, and then you just upgrade your artifact. That's how I assume it's going to be. The other part of it is casting shadow spells has a chance to cause your staff to imbue you with shadow energy, causing you to deal 3% more direct damage every second for 10 seconds. So it's like 3%, 6%, 9% stacks up. And then when it gets to 30%, it stays on for like 2 or 3 seconds as well. So you can get some big damage in there. It's just another reason that you want to be casting Mind Blast and not Smite. So I'm not really sure why they've alienated Smite so much. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. Like right now, it's just pointless. I feel like they need to buff Smite in some way. Like, yeah, it costs less mana, but Mind Blast is just king right now. And then with regards to the casting shadow spells thing, okay, so you got Mind Blast, you got Shadow Word Pain, unless you get Purge the Wicked, in which case it's fire. I don't know if it counts as a shadow spell. I haven't been locked out yet on Legion.
This had better be good.
So, I mean, maybe Mindbender counts as shadow as well, I guess. It's just odd. There's like not that many. If they do add a cooldown to Mind Blast, then this set bonus is going to be pretty garbage. Not set bonus, bonus thing at the bottom. Because you're not going to have that many shadow spells to proc it. So it's like on the flip side, if they add a cooldown to Mind Blast to make Smite more viable and nerf Mind Blast, then this is going to be fucked. Whereas at the moment, Smite is totally useless. So they, rather than nerfing Mind Blast, they need to buff Smite if they want to make it viable.
What would you ask of death?
Alright, so
Watch your back.
go to Dalaran again, great. as I said, the priest thing is just flying around, talking to people. Super fun. If people are interested in watching some leveling, I can also record some leveling from 100 to 106, and you can see the new zones and stuff. I'm sure there's a bunch of other videos of that, but I mean, I can do it from a disc priest path, so you can see how fast I kill shit and whatnot if you want.
No time to
Just
waste.
let me know in the comments, I guess.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Okay, so now I've got to take another portal. Alright. As you can see, I look like a total baller. Let's get this helm hidden. That's better. Where am I going? Worm rest, okay. And now I've got fly here. Great. So it's just a bunch of Wrath of the Lich King content that for some reason they figured would be a good idea to make us do again. Not really sure how it relates to Discipline Priest, but yeah. I feel like they didn't really know what to do. You know what? I shouldn't have that for leveling. And I feel like I want that instead. Trying to use this Shining Force thing, but oh, do you have to use it on yourself? Okay, that knocks pretty far, to be fair. So yeah, as you see, the penance is your core damage by far. It's just mental compared to everything else. Just change some binds a bit. Where's my guy? There he is. The solace damage is not bad either. It's more than Mind Blast. Okay, cool, we're done. But yeah, like as you get your legendary weapon and some procs and stuff, you can see some pretty big crits. Let's go. Come on, bandage man. I feel like if I click the skin, it's gonna start over. Yeah, we're good. Good, now I get to fly all the way to, wait for it, the Nexus. No one's favorite instance. I like how far this knocks actually. And you can put it on other players, which is pretty cool. It's just a shame that they've put that with Fear on the same tier, because everyone's gonna have to take this. I feel like, unless the meta is gonna be really weird, you're always gonna want Fear. Like the more CC you get on a target, the better. Like no matter what. Remember, you don't have stealth anymore. Stealth is gone now. So getting fears is not going to be as trivial as it was in the last couple of expansions. People are going to stop you a lot more. So maybe that will mean that this is more powerful. I don't know. I mean, this is melee as well, so don't know. Just I feel like this is just literally going to be use this on a warrior and he charges you like immediately, and then it's like, oh, okay, great. But yeah, as I said, I haven't seen the other classes. Maybe they've nerfed some of the mobility that they have and the instant CC that they have, and so you know you'll be able to get more fears. You'll be able to get away more. You won't be so scared of running, and then obviously stealth is not really needed anymore then, which is, I mean, it's a shame because stealth was one of my favorite abilities on priest ever. So I'm a bit gutted that that's gone. Has it gone from holy as well? I assume so. So yeah, that makes me a bit sad. But I mean, they've added some other cool shit, and they've got the damage component of the class back. So it's a little bit more like Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, you're missing some of your big heals to pick people back up from Wrath of the Lich King, but you've got your damage again. No mana burn, but I don't think mana burn really fits in the game anymore. Like, could you imagine trying to mana burn people in WoD? Just like it wouldn't do anything. And even if it did, it's like because of the cast time and where you have to position yourself to do it. Like you're just gonna get one off and then get CC'd, and the healer's just gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And just chill out on his 90% mana, spamming like life blooms or something and going up in mana. Like still flying. This feels like an awesome quest. Pretty hyped about it. Flying across the whole of Northrend to get to Nexus. Good stuff. Feels very, very legendary. Alright, where are we going? Do I go down the bottom or is it up the top? I can't even remember. Nexus Spire. Maybe it's up. There we go. What do I do? Scout? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? Shit. Nexus Foundation scouted. Oh man. So much scouting. Alright, we did it. Empower yourself. You can do that. I feel so empowered right now. Like a strong, confident woman right now. Look at that. We made it. Nope, cheeky 100k crit. So, Focus Will wasn't proccing through shields, but apparently it was a bug, so thank fuck for that. That would have sucked. Oh my god, I didn't get the talent. Oh yeah, I got fucking shiny force, haven't I? Get away from me. feel like I need to switch to mind control. I mean, Shining Force was fun. I did it twice. I'm over it. Actually, these will probably be enough. Oh, nice. So, when you want to upgrade your legendary weapon, you get these little thingies, and they give you artifact power, and you get them off drops, you get them off rare mobs, all that kind of shit. And then you go to your class place and you use them. And you have to get quite a few, but basically every like so many hundred artifact power. Oh my god, come on. Whatever. Yeah, every so many hundred artifact power you can get another talent. This guy's just gonna stay with me forever apparently. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of like the design, but it means you have to farm a little bit. But I guess maybe you'll have a good amount by the time you ding anyway, so. As you can see, quite a lot of healing gets transferred from Atonement when you shield yourself. Can I do this while they're still alive? Oh no, they hate me. That's pretty heartbreaking. I'm still getting used to the whole penance resetting cooldown from Mind Blast thing. It's not in my head yet. I need to watch penance a lot more now, which is a bit annoying. I feel like they need to add some kind of animation or something to make it more obvious on your penance resets. Because staring at your bars 24/7 to make sure you don't miss a reset is like super AIDS. It's not a fun way to play the game. So yeah, like, I mean, even like when you PI yourself and you get some electricity, like some minor form of that on your character would be cool to highlight the fact that your penance is reset. Would be amazing. Just make the game more fun. Like, you don't want to have to stare at your bars all the time in case you miss a penance reset, because it's so important to use them. In this one. This one. Fuck, which one is it? I think it's the bottom one. Okay, we did it. Right, so now we get to do the Nexus. Happy times. We've got to find the Zero Glass as well. I don't know where he is. It wasn't ideal actually. I can mind control the one with the dot. I got 3 in first, haven't I? Probably should loot. Lay blood, eh? Oh yeah, another downfall of downside of Purge the Wicked is you have to be facing the target. Whereas Shadow with Pain you don't. You can just do it on anyone. I think that's because of the initial damage that it does. It counts as like an actual spell rather than just a dot. That might be why. free yet. How do I free him? Oh, he's free. No, I need to find out where he is. The first time I did this, he just turned up randomly. I'm not really sure where you're supposed to go. It's not very clear. And like, I don't really want to be here in the first place, so it's a bit annoying. Like, I feel like when you think about content, it's like, okay, would people do this if you didn't get a mandatory weapon out of it? No, not good content. Like, the end. There's nothing else to even add to it. Like, no one just comes back and does the Nexus for fun at max level. Where's the fucking guy? I'm gonna have to kill everything, aren't I? Bet he dies. Maybe he's down here. Looting everything because I'm hoping for these shards. But you mostly get them from like treasure chests and rares. Where is he? Oh my god, this is throwing a re-spanner in the works, isn't it? Fucking hell. I've killed everything as Zerogos. I feel like you need to turn up. Oh, here we go. That happened. Is it this way? Oh, okay. I have no idea where he is, to be honest, but I'm just gonna carry on. Maybe he already went this way. So you can see like Purge of the Wicked just gets on everything. I don't even know if it's worth having Holy Fire. It's probably better just to smite and hope for a penance reset. Sorry, Mind Blast. What's happened? Did he just reset? Wait, Solace doesn't give resets. Yes. Probably should put Auto Loot on. Right, if we go for that instead. It's gonna take a bit of time to get used to, but whatever. Oh, I need to reset. So Azuragos has just not turned up. He's just a massive slacker right now. Don't know. Find a way into the vault. Maybe it's down this way. I know he's meant to come this way, and then we go across there. I'm not sure if we do that yet. I think we go into the vault first. But Mr. Dragon is nowhere to be found. Just impeding progress. Can I be bothered going back to look for him? Oh, I guess I can. Fuck my life. Alright, let's do this. So like, that's the kind of proc you want for penance reset. So like a really short animation on your character. I can't believe he didn't fucking come down this way. What a douche. Is he gonna be here? Oh my god, where is he? There he is. Oh my god! We found him! The dream! Alright, let's go, bro. Good thing is, with this escort, is he actually runs with you. Remember the old escorts in WoW where they used to just walk? And you used to have to just walk with them, and it was just a ball ache. It took forever. Whereas now, even if you lack increasing speed, he keeps running with you. That's how it should be. Remember, I think one of the first escorts I did was in Red Ridge Mountains. And it was some guy in a cave, and he just walked for ages. I think I did it for like half an hour. And then at the end he bugged out and I had to do it again. Almost quit the game right there. Cool. Don't have any instants to pull with. It's a bit annoying. Wonder if I can dispel stuff to pull it. That might be cool. I need to make a macro. I wonder if that would work. It's 30 yard range though, not 40, but Like sometimes you don't wanna stop and cast something to pull. It's what you call it, just a dot. You can't do that with Persian Wicked because it's got a cooldown. Incoming pal, let's go. Yeah, mate, I'm prepared plenty, let's just do it. How do I go up?
I don't have a target.
Can't even beat him. Look, he's just chilling, he's not even attacking me. No resets. I'll break him. Wow. This is why it's bad to have RNG resets. No resets in 10 casts. Alright, we did it. Pretty much 30 minutes, right? If we didn't have that shit with Zero Boss, it would have been. Subdue the weapon. So, oh, okay. Cool. Yep. Good. Right. So we did it in 30 minutes. The dream. Just gonna. You haven't described. Oh my god! I gotta discover true potential first. All right. How do I do that? Leave the Nexus vault. Let's do that. I need to discover some potential. Wow. Does that mean he's doing shit here, and we're gonna have to do this instance again? Okay. Hand stuff in, don't I? Just talk to them a bit, and then they're like, "Hey, this is our hideout," and then I think I can use the weapon.
Jaden must be destroyed. There is no time to waste.
Dope. Let's kill Jaden back. So God, if we have to do Sunwell again, I'm not gonna be happy.
Speak quickly. Not all who wander are lost.
Follow Val into the portal. Run, bro.
Without faith,
Go, go, go.
the battle is lost.
This is one of those. PTR instance teleportation.
Something is amiss on this world.
I should probably test some instances, maybe later. Oh man, I could have just ran there, couldn't I? I bet I could have. Which one am I going in? Is it? Yeah. Okay, we made it. Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Oh, I knew that. Why am I doing some shadow thing when I'm on disc? Weird. So yeah, that's the priest weapon questline. Be part of the ceremony. Maybe I don't want to. Hey. Moira. I was already here, bro. You don't have to grip me. Just wasted your CD. Yes, Cardinal. Fuck yeah. It looks the same, man. No changes here.
What now? Our time will come.
Alright. It's got this thing, so I can teleport to here whenever I want and do my artifact shit, which is kind of cool.
Great to meet you. Watch your back.
So, you get that to start with, which is this, which is absolute dog shit. Like, fucking bad right now. It's worse than a smite. Actually, no, I lied. It's 3 more damage than a smite. So what it does is it's a 2-second cast with a 1.5 minute cooldown, and everyone that's got atonement on them does a smite on your target. Which is going to be like 1 or maybe 2 people. And yeah, just absolute dog shit. What the fuck is that? It's just terrible. Okay, it's PvE talent, I guess.
How
But
are you?
straight in the bin for PvP.
Be good.
So I've got a couple of these. Get some artifact power. Can't get anything else yet. Need 100, got 20. But I can at least go through them. So yeah, like I said, dog shit. While channeling penance, you move 5% faster. It's okay. I guess you get everything in the end, but this goes to 3% more damage, and then 6, and then 10, I believe. Just not complaining about it. That's good for leveling. You get it early on. You get these little relic things as well while you're leveling, and just in general. And you can get a shadow one and a holy one, and you stick them in there, and it gives you +1 to like a specific talent. So you can get like, if you get a holy one and a shadow one for confession, you'll get like rank 5, and it's like I think 16% more damage on penance. So this one, damage taken reduced, going to be 10% with 3 talents. Shadow Mend has a 15% chance to not apply its damage effect to your allies. That's kind of cool. Atonement heals for 100% more if you're targeted inside barrier. But yeah, barrier static, so kind of hard to use. Cooldown of pain suppression reduced. It's going to be 30 seconds. That's a bit of kick in the teeth since they made pain suppression a 5-minute cooldown. So it's like, okay, great, 4.5-minute cooldown, but it's still ridiculous. Increases duration of rapture by, it's going to be 3 seconds. That's really good, I think. When you consider that it's 8 seconds base, it's almost 50% better with 3 points. That's big. That's a big talent. Go around the outside first. Sins of the Many, you deal 1% more damage for each person who has atonement on them. Not a lot, to be honest. That's 2% more damage in threes, maybe 3%. Consider the time that you're going to spend. Say that's like 1, maybe 2 more globals to get more targets to have atonement on them. Like, it's just a passive bonus, I guess, that you, if you've already got atonement, but you're not going to be like going, okay, I'm going to put atonement on more people so that I do more damage, because the damage you would have done in those globals is going to be considerably more than that 1% anyway. So this one's good. 10% more damage on Smite and Mind Blast at 3 talents. No complaints there. Burst of Light increases the healing of Powered Radiance, again 10%. It's pretty lackluster, to be honest. That's still not going to heal for much, but having Atonement on 3 people in threes is going to be kind of cool. So maybe that's worth using sometimes. The issue being that it costs a shit ton of mana. Look at that, 11k mana. Penance is 4k in comparison. Then we've got Power of the Dark Side. When your Shadow or Pain deals damage, you have a chance to replace Penance with Suffering, which deals 100% bonus damage. People are going to get one shot with that. Absolutely one shot. You can get Inner Focus as well with the PvP talents. So if you proc that and put Inner Focus so that all of your Penance ticks will crit, you're going to do so much fucking damage. Like, PS Blizzard, if you're watching, everything about this is underpowered as fuck. You shouldn't nerf us. I'd say that because every single time Priest gets some relatively good stuff, we get instant nerfed and become dog shit. So CBA, this happening again. When you power word shield another target, 15% of that shield is also applied to yourself. Good against Warlock teams for free. No complaints. Shield of Faith increases absorb of power word shield, again 10%. Nothing wrong with that. Bit of a passive buff. Seen that one. Borrowed Time. When you apply Atonement to a target, the cast time of your next Mind Blast Smite is reduced by 5%, or your next Penance will channel 5% faster. That's good. That's going to relieve some of the downtime you've had by putting up Borrowed Time. Sorry, no, Atonement. So you spend a global to put that up, but then your next thing is a bit faster, so cool stuff. When you activate Rapture, the next powered shield you cast will absorb 10% more damage. So, like, you think about it, this is your final thing, pretty much. Like, you go all the way around and you eventually get to there. And then, once every 1.5 minutes maximum, so, sorry, minimum, it's going to be a 10% stronger shield. That is so weak. That is insanely fucking weak. Like, unless you can get, like, 2 of these that both give you one of those, you can get rank 3. Like, 1 rank of that is so fucking weak. When you consider a powered shield, that's 4k more absorb. Like, compare that to this. Like, it's not comparable. And then this one's dog shit as well. Like, some of these other ones, like this is better than this. This one is probably better than this. Or this one even is better than this. This one too. Passive 9%, 10% less damage taken. It's way better than that. I don't know. It's just, even 1 point of this is better than this. So I'm not really sure what they've done there. They need to buff that though, for sure. Because that is trash as fuck. But yeah. I think that's everything. Sorry if there was too much complaining. Just trying to be objective about stuff that I think is crap and highlight things I think is good. So yeah, that was pretty much everything. When PvP talents come out, I'll go over those as well. Sorry, this took way longer than I thought it was going to. But hopefully you skip bits that you found boring. Um, so yeah, have a good one.